Uncle. First of all, no, I do not wish to join a different Justiciar to get the promotion I deserve. The kids would be devastated to leave the light of justice in the darkness, and I for one think it's funny that my wife gangs up on you with Aunt Viv. Besides, I don't mind being a non-commissioned officer longer than I strictly should be. I find the work rewarding even if it puts me in more danger than you're comfortable with. In regards to the pint-sized biped known as Sneaky, he is very obviously a fresh officer, but not fresh military man. It's discordant to hear such cutting orders from someone the height of a toddler, but there it is. Moreover, it turns out that he was not lying about drinking stomach-purging doses as an intoxicant. He has dumped at least a dozen doses into a glass of juice, and was muttering something about flavourless swill, though the juice looked quite vibrant to me. In any case, I tried to make some subtle inquiries about his people in general, and it was difficult to get a fix on his answers. A lot of "it depends" or "some guys like," so I imagine that they vary like we do. He has an easy sort of quiet confidence that sort of draws you in, and even grisly details of a raid gone very, very wrong didn't make him flinch in the slightest. The honorific for his rank does make him flinch though. Now this I understand well. Again, no, I do not wish to transfer to become a lieutenant. He did say that he's considered unusually quiet amongst his people, and that's partially due to his profession as a scout. I suppose being required to be silent for long periods of time will make someone into a quiet soul, or attract those types in the first place. Just because he's new to being an officer didn't mean that he didn't know what he was doing. He gave all three of us a proper officer's scolding. He didn't even swear at us, just that quiet insistence that we should have already done what he's currently ordering of our own accord. Frankly, he was right, but you know, it's always the other non-commissioned officer's job. A neat little detail is that, in their military, there are no officers who were not enlisted first. Some go straight from private to cadet, or sailor to ensign, when they show exceptional leadership promise, but the general test is whether a man can handle leading a small group before putting him in command. Sensible. I suspect that he was a candidate for such a role, because when the Your Hand sounded, he snapped off a set of orders that were so sensible that we'd have done them after we figured out which squad would be doing what. Then, when we found out that it was an escape pod being taken aboard, he ordered me to put together a guard detail, and we quickly made our way to the cargo bay being used to bring it in. Seeing injured children will never be something I can handle well, Uncle. I could see he was disturbed as well, but despite not being familiar with our medicine, he helped in triage as he could. His tiny frame is also ridiculously strong. He helped move one of the most severely injured children to the infirmary, and it required him to hold his half of the stretcher above his head for the 5-minute run to make the journey. Furthermore, he is keenly aware of how he appears to us and uses it to his advantage. In this case, an adorable friendly face telling injured and traumatized children that they were safe now got them calmed down in record time. Uncle, if we can manage to actually make contact with more of his people, I suggest an alliance. Every Justiciar could do with a squad of them aboard for situations involving distressed children. Also, if what he did to those criminals is anything to go by, their fighting skill could help save more civilians. Regards, Jorman.